Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm here with yet another update for my deck of panning. This project was of course created by Emilynmax, and as always I will have the link to her channel down below, as well as the collaborator playlist with everyone else is doing this project. So this project is basically just a fun take on a project pan, like a randomized kind of roulette project pan. You use a deck of cards to randomize your prompts, and Emily has made a game board where you kind of the corresponds to the cards. I am not doing a very good job at explaining all of this, but I think most of you guys are probably familiar with this project, and if not, I believe I do also have the introduction to this project linked down below, so you can check out the rules more in details there. But I'm going to go through the 5 projects that I've been working on over the past month in this update, of course. And I will let you know where I am with those products today. But before I do that, and before I jump into the video, if you're new here, please consider subscribing. I would love to have you in the family. Let's jump into the video. So the first product that I have has been in since the beginning of the project, I believe, and I rolled this one in for any makeup item. I think so. And I rolled in something that I wanted to finish this year anyway. So I took a product off my 50 makeup products that I want to finish this year list. And the product that I decided to go with is the e.l.f. Hydrating Coconut Mist Setting Spray. And again, I wanted to finish this one. So it has been in now for 2 months. And in the first month, I used this one 9 times. I used it 10 times in the last update or leading up to last updates. And since then, I have used this one 11 additional times, and I'm happy to say that this one is now gone. So you can see the progress lines there with where I've been, and it is now completely empty. The last bit of this one didn't really spray out, so I used it to wet my beauty blender for my concealer one day, because I just couldn't spray it anymore, so this one is now completely empty. I like this one. It's not a favorite though, so I probably wouldn't repurchase, but it was fine to use. I just felt like since it is quite hydrating, it did tend to break down my makeup a little bit more when I used it, which is kind of why I didn't use it every single day, and also why I'm glad to have this one out. So that is the first product, and of course I'm going to replace this as well at the end of the video. The second product that I have is in from the prompt highlighter, and I decided to go with this mini kind of highlighter right here. It's a liquid highlighter from Pi, and it is called the Impossible Glow. So similar to the e.l.f. spray, this one has also been in since the beginning, but this one I don't want to finish in this project. I just want to use it 20 times. So in the first month of this project, I used this one 6 times, which was pretty decent. However, leading up to last update, I didn't use this one at all. I just didn't use for it. I hadn't really got into a routine of how to use it, and I felt like it was too glowy for like an all-over base. It's too dark to use like a highlighter. And I'm expecting to use this one a lot more in summer when I have a bit more of a tan, because it will fit me better. And also I can use it on my like shoulders and stuff like that. But I only had 6 uses on it before this update. However, I'm happy to say that I actually have used this one 6 times more this past month, for a total of 12. And I'm not drawing lines or anything, but this one was completely full when it rolled in. And you can see where it's settling now. So you can definitely see that it's moving, and that is 12 uses in a total. So since I have 12 uses on it, I have 8 more to go before I can roll this one out. And I'm hopeful I can get that one done before the next update. 8 uses should be fine. I'm actually using this one today, and I found a way that works for me. So I basically use it on my cheekbones, but I use it underneath my foundation, so it gives a little bit more of an extra glow in that area. And it actually is really, really nice on the skin. So I'm looking forward to summer when I'm a bit more tanned, and I can use this one like over my foundation, or even if I go for like low base days, I can use this one as a highlighter that way too. So I'm really excited for that, but I do think I will have this one out before that. However, this is also another product that's actually on my 50 products I want to finish this year list, which means that I will probably have to pull this one into a different project later this year, or just work on it in my own time, because I'm hoping to get this one out this year fully. So that product is staying in the project, but let's move on to the next one, which I rolled in for something nostalgic, I believe. I'm pretty sure, and I decided to go with a liquid lipstick, because I feel like liquid lipsticks are very, very nostalgic. Everyone used to wear them back in the day, and I still like them. I still wear them sometimes, not as much as I used to, of course, but I have a couple left in my collection that I like using, and I wanted to roll in one of those to get some more use out of in this project. So this one has now been in for 2 months, and the product I'm talking about is this liquid lipstick right here from Kat Von D, or KVD Beauty. They have rebranded. It has been, I mean, it's a long time ago since they rebranded, but KVD Beauty, in my head I still thinking Kat Von D, even though I know they rebranded. But this is the KVD liquid lipstick, everlasting liquid lipstick in the shade Bow and Arrow, and I rolled this one in for 25 uses. It has now been in for 2 months, and in the first month it was in the project, I reached for this one 7 times, which is pretty good for the first month. And since the last update, I have now reached for this one 10 additional times, for a total of 17, which I'm really happy with. That also means that I have 8 more uses on this one to go before I can roll it out. And I'm also hopeful that I can do that before the next update. So not quite there with this one, but I think it's going to be an easy rollout for next month. The fourth product that I have is actually one part out of a duo, or like 2 things that I rolled in 2 months ago. In the first month, I actually finished up the other part of this product already, but I had this one lingering. And I rolled this product in for a sample size, or sample size product, something like that. And I actually decided to go with 2 foundation samples from Makeup Forever. This is the Ultra HD foundation, and I had like a light shade, which is the one I completed last month, and then a deeper shade. So the light shade I actually only used twice, and I used it as a foundation. It worked really well for me that way, and that was why I was able to get that one out so easily. However, the second one, which I was still working on, I used 5 times in the first month, and I used it as like a liquid bronzer, and I liked it that way. However, I didn't need like that much. It was very dark and very pigmented, and maybe you can see some reminiscences of the product in there. But yeah, it was very dark. However, I was very determined to finish this one in the past month, and as you can see, I was able to do that. It took me 12 additional times to finish it up, and I kept using it as a liquid bronzer, as well as kind of mixing with my foundation, because my foundation at the moment is a little bit too light, I've realized. So I'm mixing it with something deeper. So I ended up mixing this with my foundation, which worked really well. And now I'm using a darker concealer to mix in with my foundation. And I think if it's been way better than a couple of videos ago, where if I looked ghostly in any of those videos, it was because my foundation was too light, and I just didn't realize until like a couple of videos in, and I was like, this doesn't look right on camera, and I realized it was too light. So now, better match, and this was really helpful for that. But I'm also excited to have this out, because it should have been a really easy product to roll out last month, and I was hoping to do that. But it took 1 more month than I expected. However, I'm glad to have this one out now. The last product that I have is one that I rolled in last month. So this one has only been in the product for 1 month. And I rolled the prompt eyeshadow. So I decided to go with one of my eyeshadow palettes, and my goal is to pan on one of the shades in here. And the palette that I decided to go with is the Carly Bible palette from Anastasia. So I'm going to roll the footage here of what the palette looked like last month when I rolled it in. So it has some use since before, and you can see all of that now. But as you can also see, it had no pans. So that is where I was, and this is where I am with this palette today. So I don't think you can see too much of a difference. I've actually only used 2 shades, and as you can also see, I haven't been able to hit pan on anything yet. But that is where I am with this palette today. So I can hit pan on anything in this palette, and I've been working on 2 shades this past month. First up, I started using this shade here called Mandala, and I used that one twice to give more of a dip. But I decided kind of at that point that I didn't want to continue working on that one, because I am panning other things, and the purples didn't go with those. And I switched over to an easier shade for me to reach for, and that is the shade Bowley right here, which I have also reached for twice. And I have a little bit of a dip going in there, so that is probably going to be my best bet to hit pan. I really like that shade a lot too. It's just nice as a mini corner highlight. So I'm going to try to continue working on that one and hit pan on that shade by next update. Again, it's probably a prompt that I could have had out by this month, but I've just been focusing elsewhere, and especially with eyeshadows, I've been spreading myself very thin, and I've had certain looks that I'm panning, and I kind of forgot to reach for this palette, but including Bowley made me realize that I can use this one as an icon highlight like most days. Today I'm actually doing one of my looks for my Big Fat Eyeshadow project, so I'm using exclusive palette. So of course I couldn't use it today, but whenever I don't like reach for palettes outside of that project, I try to include that one now as a icon highlight. At least I've done in the last 2 looks. So I'm going to continue doing that, and hopefully I can have out of that shade by next month. Who knows, maybe I'll change my mind and plan something else, but I think that's going to be my best bet to roll this one out next month. So those are all of the products that I have been working on in this project. I have 2 rollouts. We have the e.l.f. setting spray as well as the sample product. I was hoping to have more products out, to be honest, in this update. I really thought that I could have like at least 3 or maybe 4 empties. However, I didn't quite get there. I didn't plan my month well enough. And I'm actually filming this one on the 20th. This video needs to go up in 2 hours. Yeah, 1 hour 50 minutes. So I need to literally finish filming this and then edit it straight away and get it up. So I didn't get around to finishing more products, but that's fine. 2 products rolling out is still really good. And the remaining 3 products I'm all expecting to have out next month. So I think next month is going to be a really, really good update. And it's nice to kind of spread out your progress anyway, because if I rolled out so many products this month, next month wouldn't have been as fun. So maybe it's a happy medium, I don't know. But those 2 are rolling out, so let me go and get my deck of cards and I will pick 2 new prompts. So I have my deck of cards right here, and I'm just gonna like shuffle it a little bit in my hands just so I don't know what I'm getting. And we have the deck right here. So I always put pick the top 2 cards. We're gonna go ahead and do that now too. And we have 4 of hearts, which let me check quickly what that is. That is in it for the long haul. Okay. Yeah, I need to think what I want to do for that, but that's going to be interesting. And then the second one is going to be 6 of hearts, and 6 of hearts is graveyard. Okay, so let me have a think of what I want to roll in for those 2 prompts. I'm going to go pick up all my products and I will be right back. So I'm back and I have picked my 2 new products, and yeah, I'm quite happy with the selection. It took me a little while to figure it out, but I again worked off my products that I want to pan this year list, and I picked out 2 products that are on this list. The second product I'm going to talk about has actually been in this project before, but let me talk you through the first product first and then move on to the second one. So for in it for the long haul, I decided to roll in a face product. So I decided to go with my bronzer right here. This is the L'Oreal Infallible 24-Hour Fresh Wear Matte Bronzer, and I believe this is in the shade light medium. So this here I do ideally want to finish this year, so I want to start working on it so that I can kind of get it out. So I'm also panning a bronzer in my yellow product pan, which is not quite finished yet. That's the bronzer that I'm wearing today. And I also have a bronzer in my face palette. So I want to get both of those out this year, plus this one here. So it's going to be a lot of effort, but I want to roll this one in. And first I was thinking, like, should I properly put it in for the long haul and have it in to finish? But I'm also thinking that I do want to continue or like start working more on my Planet Face Palette bronzer. So I've been almost exclusively using the one in my yellow product pan, but I do want to kind of start working on the one in my Planet Face Palette too. So kind of feel like if I want to pull this one in to finish, it will take me a long time. And yes, it is in for the long haul, but should I do that? I was hoping to not start this one straight away. I was hoping to wait with the bronzer a little bit until later this year. Yeah, okay. I was actually fully prepared to roll this one in just straight pan, but I'm changing my goal and I'm being crazy. But it's just because the prompt is actually in it for the long haul. So I'm going to pull this one in to finish. And this bronzer here has 9 grams, and as you can see, like, it has a little bit of use on it, but nothing too much. So this is going to be quite a feat. I'm looking at, like, you can see through the packaging how deep the pan is, and yeah, I think hopefully that should be fine. So I'm going to roll in this bronzer right here to finish, and we'll see how long that takes. But again, it's fine if it takes like 6 months, because again, it is the prompt laying it for long haul. So that is the first product right there. Then, like I said, I am rolling in a second product that has already been in the project, and that is because I rolled a prompt Project Graveyard. And Project Graveyard is basically what it sounds like, or what I'm just explaining to you. It is a product that has been in a project before. So I decided to roll back in this product right here, which I was working on early in the year, which is the Stila Magnificent Metals in Metallic Peach. And I had this one in the project earlier this year to hit pan on. And as you can see, I was able to do that. You can see it right there. But I do ultimately want to try to finish this product this year. So I'm rolling it back in, and I want to put in a usage goal. I'm not going to keep it in to finish in this project specifically, but I'm going to put quite a high usage goal. And I'm going to put it in the usage goal of 50. that is quite a high usage goal, but I think I can do it, and I can wear it on my eyes, of course. And I also like using this one on my nails, so that's going to help with usage. So 50 uses for this one. Hopefully that will be like doable, and hopefully by that point as well I will have some really good pan on this product, and I can finish it later on in the year in like a different project or whenever I want. So that's my plan for this one, and that is also going to be the second product rolling in. So that, you guys, is my update for my deco panning for today. Hopefully next month I can have those 3 products remaining from like this current project, like the current products. Those 3 hopefully I can have out next month. The 2 new products, obviously, I don't think I'm going to have out. One of them is in for the long haul, so that's definitely going to stay. But then I also have one, like an eyeshadow with 50 usage, which is going to be basically impossible to get in 1 month. So I think by next month I'm going to have those 3 original products out, and hopefully roll in some more products by then. But again, that's going to be it for me today. Make sure to check it out, Emily, as well as the playlist down below, and drop me a comment. Let me know how your day is going, and if you're doing this project, as always, let me know how you're doing down below. But I hope you're having a lovely day wherever you are, and I will catch you in my next one. Bye, guys.